Wherefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of God. He that knoweth God heareth us. He that is not of God heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and every one that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you, my dear. How was your night?
It was great.
It was great?
Yes, it was great.
Okay, that's lovely. That's wonderful to hear. How the girls?
They're all right.
And the boys? How many boys, Drums?
I can't even check them. Oh, Lord. Four boys.
4 boys?
5 boys and 4 girls. 9 children I have, you know.
9 children?
Mm-hmm.
You're a fruitful lady.
Yeah, 9 children.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well,
5 boys and 4 girls.
I guess you're enjoying them now.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is, you know.
They're
and
lovely children. They always know whatever they come to my need. They always try to help.
They're there for you.
Yeah.
And that's good. Well, you've been there for them and you're still there for them, so it's okay, you know, for them to be there for you.
I try to, what I didn't get, I tried to help them go to school, and from primary school, all man went to a high school and went to Tam Sisi. They got it and everything. They went to the ball and everything. I fight my bottle.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. You are an exemplary mother.
Yep.
Yeah. You are what mothers should really aspire to be like.
Yep.
You know, you fight it and you fight it and you fight it.
Yeah.
Girls!
No, they done gone already.
Okay.
Maybe only quite in the kitchen.
And
the other one sleeping.
Boy, where is my head? Did she? Oh, she sleep. All right.
Yeah, okay then. Have a nice day.
Take care, of my dear.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning. I owe you yeah, this is gonna be like a double morning. Yeah, I owe you. Yeah, I owe you a morning. Yeah, I owe you a morning. Oh boy. Yeah. So this is gonna be like a double. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, I've got and this is going to be a nice one. Yeah, I did. Knowingly that I owed you a morning, I started to prepare it since yesterday. Many folks, well, the entire St. Patrick people are aware. As a matter of fact, the entire island, you're aware of different things that are taking place in different places across the island. Now, in Hermitage, in that road, you would have heard about the Greater St. Patrick's Road project, right? Yeah, that's a project that it spans from Pointsfield in the east to Chapel Gap in the west. So it goes right through St. Patrick. So, and they would have started that project in St. Patrick East. That's where they started the project, and they were in the Pointsville area, and they're working their way towards. Today, I'll be speaking to Mr. Khalid, who is the project engineer, and he will be filling us in as to where the project is at, some of the challenges that they may have had, and are they behind time in the project? Are they up to speed? And where we will see the project in the coming months. All right, what we'll see happening and some of the challenges that will be faced by road users in the coming months. So that interview this morning is going to be around about 9:30. Yeah, I couldn't get him before that. So it's going to be about 9:30 that we're going to have the program this morning with Mr. Khalid, who is the project engineer. And did I get permission? Oh, of course I got permission. What's wrong with you? So that, and we've got the insurance guys. Normally they will check in. So what I'm going to do now is is send the invite to them so that they can't say that they didn't get the invite. And just to remind you that in relation to Ryan, yeah, who joins us from out of Texas, they're like an hour behind, or yeah, so it's about after 6 in his area. So there are mornings that he may not be able to join. So let's see if we get this going. We got Robert there. We got another Robert there. We got Ryan there. And then we got Stan there. All those. And then we click send. Right. So that has been sent to them. So they'll be able to join. They can join at any time, you know. Yeah. Once I send that link out. Pearline, good morning, my dear. How you doing? Here's hoping that you have a wonderful day. Yeah, Pearline, I am in better spirits. Bet your bottom dollar I'm in better spirits this morning. What I do? Nothing, really. Nothing. It's just one of those days. You know, how come nobody didn't send me no message and thing this morning? Everybody forget me what? Don't let me have to do something, jump up on all, you know. You don't want to send me messages to make me feel like I'm in the world then. Nobody call it, nobody send a message. Hey, let me send a message for somebody. Right. So I sent a message. So if I send a message, oh no, loads of messages came in this morning on the WhatsApp. Pearl, you know, is there Lennox, is there Caroline, Dennett, Miss Alexander, Francis, the police guy, Keith Sylvan, the ex-police guy. Raymond, good morning to you. Kinder. Oh, Kinder, I haven't seen you for a while. Matheson, what's up? What's up, girl? Not okay. There are two Matheson, eh? Two Mathesons. There's Phyllis Matheson and then there's Matheson. Yeah, Phyllis Matheson is always all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, she's on the mainland, in Carriacou, in New York. You talk about people touring, that is Phyllis Matheson. She is the world touring lady. I wonder where she is now. Yeah. I don't know. I guess if she's listening, she'll let me know where she is right now. All right. Just a reminder that the number, before we start that's one of the things. Before we start the insurance program, we'll take as many calls as we can from you, all right? But we got to take the weather.
You gotta be careful with what you do and how you're doing it. You gotta be careful. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Clicking on the ones and twos and going straight down to 722. This is Real 91.9. Jason Robertson, good morning. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, Andre, and good morning to you, and good morning to our listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Tuesday, the 16th day of November, 2021. At Point Chalene, it is fair. The wind is variable at 3 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 1012.2 millibars, which is below normal and rising. The present temperature, 26.3 degrees Celsius, relative humidity, 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.6 degrees Celsius, and the minimum last night, 24.8 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had 1.5 millimeters of rain. The total for the month so far, 14.2 millimeters. Now for the public forecast of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with few brief to widely scattered showers. Today's maximum temperature should reach 31.5 degrees Celsius. Wind should be northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Sea should be moderate with waves 6 to 9 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. And the public should take note here that a marine advisory is in effect. Tide is currently falling, will be low at 11:30 a.m. and high at 3:55 p.m. Sunset today 5:40, sunrise tomorrow 6:05 To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with few brief to widely scattered showers. From the Morris Bishop International Airport, Jason Robertson reporting.
Thank you, Jason. Have a great one.
Okay.
24 minutes after. It's Tuesday. Yeah, we ain't slacking on Tuesday. We got insurance on Tuesdays usually. Already send that link out to the guys, so let them deal with it. We'll see who would be the ones who'll be checking in this morning. When I pause, is those are times when I collect the thoughts and I try to spew them out. It's important for us to know and to realize that this nation of ours belongs to us. It is not a situation whereby the country belongs to some people and others do not have a stake in it. This country belongs to us. And yes, it is okay for you to have different political views with one another. You and I may not see things from the same political binoculars. No, we may not see that. However, we have to and we should be able to respect one another. And when I say respect one another, I mean respect one another. Listen, you may not say to my face, you may not say to his face, neither may you say to her face. But you go on social media and then your excuse is, well, I didn't tell them, I just put something on social media. Well, why did you put it there? And I'm saying to you, it's high time we stop that crap. We are getting too big for that. And let me do so. You have always heard me say, and I continue to say that, Ali Matura is my good friend. Yeah, we basically from neighboring villages, grew up together, grew up knowing each other. When he used to work in St. George's doing all his airbrush designs and stuff, upstairs development bank and thing like that. Yeah, I knew him. He knew me. So we good, St. Patrick's guys. But Ali, I don't understand you, my brother. I'm trying my best to understand, but I don't understand where you're coming from. If a politician, and let me stop this, Kendra Maturin Stewart is Kendra Maturin Stewart. Do you understand? She has siblings, brothers, sisters. They are adults. She's not responsible for their actions. She can't tell them what to do. She is not there and should not be there 24 hours to monitor their lives. They are adults. They do what they want to do. You understand? Ali, stop this stupidness. If Kendra's brother got into a bit of a bother with the law, that's his problem. You understand? That is his problem. It is up to her, based on what the crime is, she may cause somebody to have the monies to take the bail for him, or she may ask somebody to take the bail for him. She wouldn't get involved directly, and that's all right. Because at the end of the day, God damn it, it is her brother. Whether we like it or not, it's a brother. So I can't understand you, Ali. You have done this before, and it did not work. That's not the first time you're attacking Kendra, and she won the seat. Attacking her again ain't go do so and make her lose the seat. As a matter of fact, the people in Carriacou would tell you, brethren, you ain't interfering with Kindra. So Ali, stop. You understand? As a friend of mine say, Ali, take a back seat. You understand? Chill. Take the chill pill. You were already refused. Yes. You remember you were on the executive, eh? Yeah. Who, me? I was on the executive. And how come I not on the executive? Because I choose not to go. No, for real, I choose not to go. I choose not to go. Why? Because I have other things to do that are more important for the party. So executive is not a thing that I go, oh, I'm the executive, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm not like you, Ali. Remember that you are one of the deputy, what you may call it, general secretaries of this zonal thingy. Ali, let me tell you, let me be very straight. I did not want to touch on this morning, but one of my WhatsAppiers reminded me of it. So I'm going to do something, because I said, no, Andre, don't touch on it. But Ali, you remember the phone issue that you had? Remember? When you were accused of stealing a phone? And you and I know, bro, you lucky. You know why you're lucky? Because big business saved you. Big business from right here in Sauteurs, they save you, Ali. Because they had, and still have in their possession, they had and still have in their possession video footage that would have put you in jail, brother. And yeah, you could go and say all kind of thing you want to say about me today. That's good. Because Bridget, you see how yesterday was bad? I spoiling for challenges today. Seriously. Big business in St. Patrick's here saved you. Because if big business had released the video footage, it would have shown that you took the phone. Take me to court. It would have shown that. But big business in St. Patrick's here saved you. So you getting on and think like, oh, you holier than thou. If Jesus Christ was the man they say he was, the only thing you and him have in common is long hair. And I don't believe he was that kind of fella with that kind of long hair. He had more hair like mine. Well, I don't have hair right now, cut it off. But you know what kind of hair I have? That's what I believe. But that is beside the point. That's about Jesus. We can go in Jesus' road this morning. Ali, we on your track. Let me tell you, that's not the first time that big business saved you, eh? That is not the first time that big business saved you. Ask Kenny Lal Singh. Ask Kenny Lal Singh. Yeah, this morning I spoiling for a fight this morning. Ask Kenny Lal Singh. The first time that big business saved you, ask him. I tell you, take me to court now. Take me to court. Spoiling for it. I gave somebody a warning once when they interfered, with a friend of mine. And I said, do not do, on the radio, do not do that again. And Ali, I'm telling you, if you made a post about Kindra within the last 24 hours, that's it. That's it. She's family. Yeah, she's from the NNP family. And I find you're playing the fool now. You have to stop that. You need to stop that. You can go ahead and campaign and talk about your party and everything. But every single opportunity you get, you figure that you have to attack one of them NNP ladies. Stop that, alley cat. Stop it. Again upset with you now. I basically had kind of done a little truce and I say, I'll be good, you will do a little thing, but you have to stop that now. I ain't making no sense. It did not get you votes last time. It's like you can't learn. What's up with you? It did not get you votes last time. You expect it's going to get you votes now? Think about it. Think about it. Virgin, there's one more thing that I have in the bag that I ain't say about you as yet. And I know when I say, and I tell you honestly, I know when I say that one, all hell break loose. Somebody get money to do so and take my bail because you will want to take me to court when I say that one. When I'll remind you about something to do with a phone, not the phone that you took, a phone. And think about it, Ali. It has to do with a phone in present times. Yeah, not too very long ago, it's like you and phone, wait, hold on. A-L-I. Phone is P-H-O-N-E or F-O-N-E, modern day language. You know, no letter in your name though, thing in with phone. How you spell Matura again? Let me see. I'm not very good at the spelling, but let me see. How you spell Matura again? Dig. Okay. M-A-T-H-U-R-A. And I know letter that match with F-O-N-E or P-H-O-N-E. Ali is like, you like phone more than anything else. And you like to give people phones. Virgin, I'm telling you, I have this one here. If you interfere with Kinja again, I will speak about it and take my chances in the court. Because I know you would want to come after me and you will try to find out, how did Andre get to know that? Virgin, you have to know. I will know things. I sit and I listen. I make not noise. And here's what. Alcohol loosens most tongues. Yeah? Alcohol loosens most tongues. Not tongue like in Sotes and Victoria and Governor. Tongue like in your mouth. Alcohol loosens that. That's all I'll tell you. Behave. Otherwise, I'm going to release the new files on you, Alley Cat. Oh, boy! Look at the time, it's moved on to 23 minutes on the upswing now to the 8 o'clock hour. I see Robert has already checked in, but I can't see his videos yet, and he has his microphone off. So I guess when I can see his video and when he puts on his microphone, then I could add him to the stream and that sort of thing, so we'd make sure that we've got him. But I see he has made the attempt to thing. So Bob White, if you're listening, you know what to do, bro. No. That request that you just made there, Bob White, no. You're crazy or what? No. I tell you, one thing I just get vexed. There's somebody just saying and they say they don't have bail money. Be a nice boy today. Nope. I can't handle that. Morning, Jermaine. How you doing? Joan, I hear you coming in Grenada, girl. You didn't tell me what I hear that. I tell her I just hear things, you know. I just see around a corner. I just hear from distance away. Anytime the news come out, there is something I must say. What I hear does not matter. Things I see that does make me wonder. If tonight I sing a light, take a stick and juke out me eye. They say the alley up. Andre, stop. No, do mother. I say no, leave her alone. All right, just like, let me tell you. Andre has no problems with her. Robert, we are still waiting on you to show your face on thing there, you know. Yeah, Andre has no problems with her. I know. I have skeletons in my cupboard. Yep. Take them out. I dare you, take them out. Them skeletons start to run behind you. Hey, somebody sent me a message and they tell me how I singing for me supper. Well, yes. So whose supper you want me to sing for? Sing for yours? Oh, you must be crazy. Hey, I singing for my supper. Yes, I cannot sing for yours. If you know you're hungry, sing for your supper. All your people say, oh, media people hungry and they're out on the ground. Yes. I accept that. Now tell me, what else can you tell me again? You can't tell me nothing else. Nothing else you could tell me. All you're taking this thing as a joke. Robert, what happened in there? Let me see what happened. What are you saying? Your camera ain't working again, boy. I gotta buy you a device. It's a good thing Christmas coming. Could somebody get Robert a device for me, please? Preferably a tablet. Yeah, he has a computer already. He just has his so if I get a tablet, and then he could use that. Could somebody get Robert a tablet for me, please? If you're listening and you have a tablet, that you can think. Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning.
Let Ali give my tablet.
Ali?
Yeah,
no, phone he does deal with. Phone.
I thought it was tablet and thing.
Phone he does deal with. He just take phones and then big business does not show the video. Big business doesn't show the video. Let it interfere with this morning.
Big business and NDC has something going on.
I don't know about them and NDC. I know big business. Big business have the video, you know.
Yes,
with the man thing the phone, you know. And big business refused to release the video.
Well,
you understand?
You know, some persons don't really want to bring that kind of stress on, you know, on other people. And
no,
right
it's not that. It's not that. Big business have them people in their pocket, so they want to upset the apple cat.
Yeah. But you know, you have some persons, you know. I mean, all of us have skeletons in the closet, eh? God knows.
I have a lot.
Hey, real lot too.
I have a lot.
Since I born a skeleton in the closet. But you know, there are those who continue to malign people and tell lies on people just for political, you know, opportunities. And so he go flip back at them because persons like him and the Jenny Simon and them, the Nazim Buck and them.
Careful. Nazim start a campaign for us.
Yeah, well, no, but I have to say what I have to say.
Say
Fellas like them so try to malign not just me but others, you know, within the organization because of political stupidity. They forget that we are families too, and they forget that what they say and try to make you look small.
Mr. Man, I tell you, don't say that about Naz. Naz is not necessarily the best fella, but he's a presentable fella. Leave Naz alone, I tell you.
No, I say what I want about Naz.
No, I'll cut you off.
I grew up around him.
I'll cut you off if you continue.
We eat food from the same pot. We sit down on the same...
Watch that. Let me ask you a question. You ever go in a show with Talpre and them?
Yes.
I when they do something, say low. Low. Right. Okay, fine. Next topic.
No, I don't go in low.
Devon.
What comes around.
Devon,
yes.
Are you going to listen to Andre?
Yes, I will.
Right. Good. So what's up?
Are they quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to enjoy the morning, top of the morning, waiting on Robert and the insurance guys. But I could not resist.
Yeah, you can't resist punching Naz,
can't resist in punching Naz and Ali and them. You see, things that will happen to them when they want to basically bring down poor people children. See? They have real skeleton in the closet. I ain't ready for them. And I just refuse to answer them and everything like that. But that won't happen again. Put them in their place. But anyhow, enough said about that. I just as I leave, I just want to continue, right, to ask our Grenadian people, all of us, let us continue to follow the protocols when it comes to COVID. Like we seem to just, slip it under the carpet and going about business as usual, right?
Yeah.
But we have to take warning, Andrew, because looking at the dashboard, realize we have, after yesterday, we have 2 cases. I mean,
2 cases? No.
Yeah, 2 new cases.
Oh, 2 new cases, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, 2 new cases. And that, in my view, is bothering.
No, let me tell you something, Devon. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. The fact that we were at 0 cases for a couple of days, and I said to people, this is not necessarily the correct reflection. It is the true reflection based on the information the health authorities have.
Yes.
There are still people. There's still people who keep contaminating other people with COVID, inadvertently, because these people, they don't believe that they have COVID. They have it as, a minor cold or the flu, right? But they have to understand that you don't treat these things as you used to treat it before. If you find that you're feeling different, then what you need to do is to go to the health complex. Go to them, put on your mask and practice the protocols, and go to them, go to the nurses and say, hey, I'm feeling different. And they will do a test for you.
And it costs you nothing.
It costs you nothing.
No.
And that is what the issue is. We have daily people who are not necessarily at the hospital or people who have not visited a health clinic. There are people who are recovering from COVID daily and the system ain't catch them. And there are people who are contracting it daily and the system ain't catch them either. So we have to be very, very careful. I expect to see the numbers in terms of active cases. I expect to see it sometimes go up, but it's not going to go up and stay up. It's going to go up and come back down.
And one of the reasons for it, coming down and being controlled is because of our health workers, right? Our health workers, the Ministry of Health and all the volunteers and health workers who have put out their time to ensure that they catch every little thing as possible, and we need to really appreciate that, Andre. Really, really appreciate that.
Yeah. But again, as we always say, as we have always said here, Devon, and you have always, every time you call and you get the opportunity, you speak to what the medical authorities, what they have been doing and the sacrifices that they have been making. And I have constantly said, and I bet you, I bet you, Devon, if big business was to pick up on this, we can do a lot more in this country, and big business can make a lot more money in this country.
Of course.
And I've said to big business, and I'm going to say it again, organize a system. We were able to organize a system. Nobody thought that we could have done it, where you put money on your card, that's the buses, and you go into the terminal in St. George's, and the money comes out. Once the light, the radar thing picks you up, if it has to take out 25 cents, it takes out 25 cents. Devon, I'm saying to big business, hold the hand of government, stretch across the aisle and hold the hand of government and say to government, here's what this is. We want to work along with you, and we want to do some ID cards. Similar. ID cards similar to the bank card.
Yeah.
When the nurses and the orderlies and all the health people and all the frontline workers, when they come to shop at big business and they show that ID card and it is swiped, because the ID card, it must have their picture, and it is swiped in the system, they get a 5%, a 10%, a 12%, depending on what each business wants to give. But Devon cannot use Andre's card. It must be Andre shopping so as to reap those benefits. Andre has to be shopping. Let us show appreciation to our health workers.
Yeah, we have to, Andre. I mean, and look, and we continue to not appreciate them, Andre, with everything. Not just only in this COVID situation, but there are health workers who have been 24/7. I mean, they have been ensuring, right, that this country remains safe, and we need to appreciate them. Just that little thing that you do for a nurse or a doctor, right, or even the sanitation workers, and so that little favor that you do for them would definitely go a long way, because their contribution towards the health of our country, because health is wealth. If we are not a healthy nation, we are a weak nation.
All right.
So Andrew, and before I go, I just want to
don't touch Ali again,
morning.
Man. Don't say nothing about Ali now.
I done with Ali. The big business go deal with him.
Okay,
right?
okay. You're talking about Nasim?
Good morning to all the parliamentary representatives, right, around the island, including the opposition leader. But a special good morning, right, to the 4 parliamentary representatives in St. Andrews, the 4 women, the heart of St. Andrews, the women who ensure that every single nook and cranny of this parish is being attended to in whatever way possible. They are bringing the benefits to the people of our country. Have a good morning, Grenada.
Okay, sir, my brother.
Peace.
9 minutes on the upswing to the thing hour. Robert? Well, you tell me let me walk without camera. Now, Robert, we can't walk without camera. You have to call. Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew Donald.
Good morning.
Good morning to Mr. Devon and Grenada Carrick, P.T. Martin.
Hey, Minister, are you there?
That is me there.
What? I say you let me go.
It has been a while.
What? No.
I was listening to you and I said, let me give a quick call and say
well.
Say hello to
I talk about both coming, both
but
come.
You have not been neglected.
No, I say, you know what I said? And I'm telling you, I'm not hypocrite. I tell you what I say. I say, yeah, both start to come now, so she don't bother me again. Both come.
Both start to come, and it does have some little teething problems.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's new, because it's a new normal, and it has kept us in the industry, in the ministry, and GTA pretty busy. Yesterday we had a trial run. Not yesterday, Sunday. We had a trial run for the cricket.
You did?
We're planning for cricket in March.
Well, I didn't. I did. No, I will say to you, Minister, I did not know, but it's good to know now.
Third test. I kind of alluded to it the other day, but then I held back my mouth. Remember I said I'd tell you later a good reason to get vaccinated?
Yeah.
So this is one of the good reasons. The reality is that some of the protocols and the guidelines are put together by the Ministry of Health of Grenada, and some may be a bit different to what other countries in the region do or globally, but there are some general universal guidelines that we follow. We look at universal statistics, and we are well aware that the statistics show that the major war is between COVID and the unvaccinated. That is undisputable. Check all the stats, who gets the disease, how badly it affects them, who dies, and we will see that. And so the decision with cricket, when we had South Africa here, it was not a recommendation, but one of the conditions for having the cricket was that only fully vaccinated persons can enter the stadium. I know some people got annoyed at that, but it is not to exclude people, but just to exclude the disease and the possibility of spread of infection. And so with early notice, I hope all those who do plan on coming to this cricket will be appropriately vaccinated. But yes, so we had a little trial match on Sunday. GTA organized it just to whet the appetites of persons who may wish to consider coming in for the cricket, give them enough time to make the bookings, whether they're Grenadians in the diaspora or whether they are visitors from other countries, non-nationals. And we do have some travel writers here. That's persons who write for well-respected media in the U.S., in UK, sorry. Okay, these came from the UK, and they were here to see what we have to offer, our natural beauty, our people, etc., etc., etc. So yesterday evening, I also had an event with them. So that being said, the cruise ships are coming in, and as I said, we do have some little hurdles to cross over, because no matter how much you plan, when it actually rolls out on the ground, there are things that have to be straightened out. So we are working on it, and I know some people have not begun to feel the impact. That's those who worked in the industry and benefited from the industry. And so we're working assiduously to remedy those shortcomings so that eventually everyone who worked and new ones who desire to work in the industry will be able to do so. So we're working on that, and we want to assure everyone that our aim is to maintain our mantra about tourism being everybody's business, and that everybody has a role to play, and to ensure that tourism does trickle down to the small person as well as benefit the bigger businesses. So it has to be all hands on deck, and we're working on that. So within this week, we're doing that, and by next week, we will be better at it. But generally, the cruise ships have assured us that the guests are fully vaccinated. Ministry of Health has insisted that everyone who sets foot on the ground of Grenada, whether you come by air or you come by cruise ship or yacht or whatever, that you have to be fully vaccinated. And, well, of course, that is except for nationals, because nationals can come back anyhow they want to, but of course the protocol, once they get here, is going to be slightly different. And I hope by now that we all understand that these are just to protect our people, protect our visitors, and make sure that Grenada and the world is a safer place. So we've had quite a few of them. A few have come in so far, and we expect over 200 calls. Not quite what we got in pre-COVID times, but close enough to give us that confidence that Grenada is still a sought-after destination, and that we have our work well cut out for us.
So, all in all, you are happy with what you've seen over the past couple of days as you've started up, correct?
Yes. I'm more hopeful than happy, because there are certain little gaps that we have to fill, and I know some people are indeed concerned that they have not been involved in it so far. But one of the agreements we have with the cruise ship is that the persons who provide services for the guests who do disembark, that they too are fully vaccinated. That's locals. So if you have an attraction site, then the workers at the attraction site would have to be fully vaccinated, and so on. So this has been one of the sticking points, because not everyone who used to provide a service before is fully vaccinated, and I guess there is a lack of comprehension as to why can't we do like the others, and so on. And these are things that we have to iron out, work with our people, and to see how we can resolve it, and primarily also to encourage them to get vaccinated. And that is where we are. So I just wanted to mention that. We also do know that there are more flights coming in now. American, I think from the beginning of December, will be doing daily flights, because at this time it's three flights per week. And the flight that they had implemented coming from Charlotte, that too will restart. We continue to have BA and continue to have Virgin and so on. And of course the Caribbean flights that have never really left us completely. So this is in a nutshell where we are. As you know, we have been conducting over the past months, especially when we had this serious spike from August all the way to October. We had our volunteers going out. We were going out and providing vaccination and testing and whatever else. Now that our numbers have come down significantly, we still need to be cautious. And hearing you and Devon talk about vaccination, it just kind of stirred me to call, because we must not put down our guard. We must not let down our guard. There's always the tendency, 0 new cases, 0 deaths, whatever. And we say, well, we don't have COVID, so we can do as we please. But no, we have more responsibility to keep it that way. And it's easier to keep it at an acceptable state, because as you yourself would have made the observation, because it says 0 new cases, it doesn't mean that there are absolutely no cases in Grenada. It means that of the numbers tested, there were no new cases. So there might be some cases every now and then brewing here and there. And this is what the scientists tell us, that even though you do not see, it will remain there. And we just have to look at what's happening in Europe and other countries. The countries that had appeared to have gotten it under control, it has risen up again, and it's, there are plans by certain countries to go on lockdown and so on. I really hope we don't have to go back there. And I know no Grenadian nobody likes anything like lockdown and extended hours of what do you call that one? Curfew and the quarantine things and the like. We are opening up because the situation looks pretty reasonable, and but we have to be reasonable in what we do, how we do it, and keep Grenada safe. At all times, this is of paramount importance.
Minister, there is a concern as it relates to the applications for travel into Grenada.
Yes.
And it was indicated that it should have been changed on Sunday night. And there are a couple of persons who have reached out to me and say, hey, this has not been changed and we're having problems. What can you tell us?
Thank you for that opportunity. Yes, we are in our zeal to open up, because we felt that we were in a pretty good place to do, not perfect, but a reasonable place to be. Somebody preempted, and they said it was effective from sometime last week. That wasn't so. And when we had the post-cabinet conference last week, I announced it that it would be as of Monday. However, to change the information on the website, change the app, and to make it more user-friendly, it has taken a little while longer for the organizers of that than was expected. As recently as yesterday afternoon, we had a meeting on the matter, and we agreed on certain things, and that is good. That should have been put together, and I hope that in the course of today, maybe something may even be said in the post-cabinet brief. I'm not sure, but in the course of today, the announcement would be made. It could be could be verbal, it could be written, so that we can put some clarity into it, because I know persons who are trying to come in are a bit confused. And it's because we didn't get all of the information in the on the online, where people book as effectively and efficiently as we would have liked to. But that is where we are. We felt we needed to hasten with the change because the conditions, the health conditions in our country at this time, they are fairly good. They are pretty good. And if there was a time when we could do it, then that time is now.
It's not, okay.
So that is where we are. So we're going to follow up on it today to ensure that that is there for the persons desiring to come, the changes that have to be made. It's going to be much simpler, easier for persons to understand and to sign up. But I don't want to preempt the release. We'll let that happen during the course of the day. But I want to promise the listening public and those who are desirous of traveling or are questioning for friends and family who want to come in, that by the end of today, that should be fully rectified.
From out of Birmingham in England, Andre, can you ask the minister for me if anyone can pick you up from the airport now that they do not have to be quarantined?
This is one of the things that would be that a statement would be out on. So, my dear, I dare to say friend.
Yes.
Please just give us yes. There will be a comprehensive release on all of these things, and there will be some changes.
And Minister, if there are not going to be any pickups from the airport, I beg of you, please, because nobody seems to be taking me serious on this. The taxi drivers are killing people from St. Mark, St. Patrick, and St. Andrews. They are literally killing them.
Because you don't see anything happen doesn't mean that nobody's taking you on. I will just stay there and...
But no, Minister, you need, I mean, come on. I'm going to push you on this one because somebody needs to talk.
Well, yes, somebody needs to talk. But sometimes you have to fix things first before you give empty talk. So when something is said today, it will not be empty talk.
I hope so.
I know, yes.
No, because, I mean, it has been a situation that's happening months. You know, there's one person, Minister, that got charged $150 US to come to St. Patrick.
I have no doubt that there have been incidences of that where persons who live in areas like where I live and further up have been really disadvantaged and by taxi persons, and I'm sorry I have to say that, but that is the reality, and we are aware of that, and steps will be taken to remedy that.
Because they know you can't do anything. It's either you use them or you stay at the airport. So they don't care.
Yeah, that's correct.
and that is what is happening. And this really and truly has to stop.
It has to stop. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Okay, so Minister, you're not going down this morning?
Yes, I am. Not this morning, a little later on. I have an appointment up here for 9 o'clock, which will be shortly. I have to do that, and then I go down.
All right, 2 minutes, Minister. How is St. Mark's? What's happening?
Well, a number of things. We're looking at the Western Corridor project, which, if you have passed on that side, you would have observed a lot of surveying being done on the road, weighing of vehicles, and a number of things being done to finalize the scope of works for the project, the road improvement from the National Stadium up to as far as Waltham in St. Mark, and a number of major issues are being looked at, a number of impediments. You are aware that large trucks or trucks with containers, if they have to come to our side, for example, there are two major areas in St. Mark that really pose a difficulty for them, and the majority of them have to go around the eastern side to come around to the western side. And so a number of things are being looked at, and I believe that early in the new year that project will be launched. They're having meetings with various groups, and I expect they'll have meetings with persons from St. Patrick as well, because it will impact everyone, and ultimately there has to be a national consultation because everybody uses every road in Grenada at some time. And so that is one of the projects, the major projects that we are looking at this time.
All right, Minister, thank you very much for your input this morning. Really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, and have a blessed day.
And don't try that next time. Don't kind of look like if you're forgetting me and all kind of thing like that.
No. And give me a little call sometime too. No. Before you used to say, Anthony Boston, give me a call. Paris Brothers, give me a call. You stop that, eh? You stop that. You don't invite us anymore. So remember, every time I come on, I invite myself. Have a blessed day.
So I get bright then. I get bright.
Take care. Have a blessed day.
Take care, yourself. Okay, bye-bye.
Good.
Right. Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. I tell the boy to call me on WhatsApp. I waiting on the boy. The boy don't call him. I'm to this guy. Good morning, Grenada.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage.
Greens Concept introduces the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, our air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Greens Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Greens Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Greens Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
Hey, I am Corporal 85 Grant, attached to CRD Eastern Division, reminding you that incest and all other sexual violence is a crime.
I say no make them take advantage of you.
Well, finally, he's made it in the movies. Let's say good morning to Robert White. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Andre.
How are you?
I am good. I didn't have this number, so I had to add it.
Well, of course. Now you have it. Don't lose it. Don't unadd it. Don't unadd it. If that is a word.
No, I won't.
You won't. I'm looking for something that I can't see. Something that I know I had and I can't see it. Isn't that not good?
Yeah, who are you looking for, Stan?
No, I'm not looking for Stan. Will chip in when he's ready. Stan is not. This is too early for Stan. Stan is usually around 8:30. Okay. It's usually around 8:30. So how are you,
it's
my brother?
It's kind of early for Ryan too. You know, it's because they like 6 o'clock. In Texas now.
No, it's 7:15, isn't it? 1 hour behind, right?
Oh yeah, it's no, I think they're 2 hours behind now, you know.
Oh, it's 2 hours behind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we gotta
kind of makes it a bit.
We gotta do the program midnight. We gotta do the program midnight to accommodate, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. I'm looking for a picture of you, you know.
To put up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking for a picture of Robert. How come you're not on social media?
I am on social media.
I'm looking still.
Yeah, well, you'd eventually find something.
That's not necessarily true. I've found Robert, but Robert White too. Oh boy!
Robert White is second?
No, I found all. You know, interestingly, you're the only black Robert White, you know. Oh yeah, somebody.
Yeah, I know. All the other whites white.
All the other whites are white. All the other whites are white. You know. You're only black, Robert. Robert White Heritage Theater.
You know what's amazing, Andrew?
What?
You know the surname White is not a very popular one in Grenada, right? Well, popular as in plentiful. So there's hardly the chance of another Robert White, or certainly there isn't one right now in Grenada. I shouldn't say there's hardly the chance. I kind of sung in pompous. There's not another one in Grenada now. I mean, you might hear probably in the Charles. Charles is a very popular surname, a very widespread. So the chances I might have 2 Andre Charles or 2 Harry Charles, that sort of thing. So I just go about feeling, well, you know, I have the distinction. I'm the only Robert White, not just in Grenada, around. Until one day in my company, by mistake, a file from the Jamaican company came down here. A file with a list of names on the computer, right? In those days, I used to do like downloading every weekend. So I downloaded a file and I realized it's a file wrongly sent to Grenada. I see a Robert White in Jamaica, you know. The man was 84 years old, you know. so the man was way before me, you know.
Way before you. Yeah, you there playing your bright and play your thing. The man there before you long time.
Yes, and same spelling, Whyte. Because you know there are some whites in Jamaica.
There's some whites in Guyana too. But
Barbados.
Yeah, theirs is White.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, theirs is White.
We have the Whyte in Barbados. Not a lot again too. They have them in Barbados. And my father had a grand-aunt or a couple grand-aunts up there.
Instant doing grand-aunts in Barbados?
Boy, I can't remember the story now, but I must ask him again. Because he told me one time when he was studying, and so that's when he got to meet them for the first time.
Okay.
So which was a lot of years ago. But we have a significant amount. We have a popular, or quite a number of whites in Trinidad from our stock. And when I went to Trinidad, I saw I saw Rasta white, I saw Indian white, I saw white, I saw Negro white. There's a mix of ethnicity in Trinidad as far as whites are concerned. They have been very productive across ethnicity.
Or what you're getting bright with your words than them now. Yeah, ethnicity, I think. People go be, you want people to believe that you're educated like your father?
Well, it is what it is.
I'm doing something here. That's why you realize I ain't really with you. Eh? I'm doing something here.
I know. I realize you're distracted.
Yeah, I ain't really with you. I'm just doing something here that is going to trip you up so much. Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
So who are you seeing on the screen right now?
But I wasn't looking at the screen at the
look
time,
at the
but I
screen.
guess I'm looking now.
You're looking now. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing you and I'm seeing the Real FM background.
Okay. Are you seeing this?
Your logo.
And that picture came from where?
Yeah.
That picture came from where?
That picture came out one time. I think I was doing something in the Trade Center and they took that photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you remember in relation to what?
Huh?
Do you remember in relation to what? That there was a story that was done. There was a story.
There was a story
that was done by
there was a
No
story
Grenada
printed about it.
Yeah, there was a
but I
story
remember
that
at
was,
that time I was making an appeal for better performing venues and so in terms of development of the arts.
You are so correct. That is exactly what it is. It was a story done by No Grenada.
Right. I remember the photo.
So you're right. So there you go. So you see, I put you up looking nice and handsome and young. 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago. Don't get it twisted. 8 years.
Is that long?
Yeah, it's that long. 8 years ago,
Wow.
bro. But it looks good. It looks good.
Yes,
I'm gonna say
it
something.
certainly doesn't look as white like now.
No, I'm gonna say something that's gonna cause you to laugh here. I realize you started to buy African outfits. You buying them? Oh, that's nice.
I make no comment. I make no comment for fear that the comment might incriminate me. So
oh boy,
oh God.
Hey, so what's up? What's insurance? What are we talking insurance this morning, bro?
I wanted us, Andrew, to continue that discussion that we had last week.
In relation to?
I got in relation to financial literacy and the kids understanding money and the opportunities at the school level for them to kind of like get acquainted / accustomed to money and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I want us to just continue just chit-chatting. I mean, the whole question of insurance applies here too, because if we don't teach our kids early enough, or if we don't introduce them to those topics early enough, not that they can't pick up later on, they could, because certainly I wasn't introduced early, but I picked up. But we think that our society can be better off if that kind of knowledge in terms of understanding finance and the importance of insurance and so, if those knowledge is disseminated early. So, the topic becomes comfortable. Right.
Okay, yeah, we can continue we can continue that conversation. Just that somebody said to you something that's gonna make you laugh. At that time, it doesn't look, even they're not seeing your stomach, it doesn't look like if your belly was turning corner before you. Just thought I'd let you know. People send all kind of crazy statements. At crazy
times. I mean, a lot has happened in 8 years, huh? I mean, 8 years is a long time.
It is. Most definitely a long time.
That's all I'll say.
Oh,
Lily Belly talk alone.
Yeah, Jay Wonder is saying good morning to you.
Who's that?
Jay Wonder. The Globe.
Hey, Jay. Morning, buddy.
Yeah. All right, so Robert, still coming back again to the and I think we need to start at the beginning again, rehash and then rush forward. what we did say is that there's a need for financial institutions and insurance companies to start looking at things differently and start realizing that you don't necessarily go after the person for insurance when that person would have landed their first job. You probably try to speak to that person, not to sell them insurance in school, but you try to speak to that person at various times in their life with giving them information that they can understand. And on the banking side, on the credit union side, you try to get them into the aspect of savings and saving very early, and try to replace what was the savings union in school, something like that. Yeah.
Savings union, that's correct.
Mm-hmm. That is basically what we spoke about. Where would you like to go with it now, Bobby?
Well, there are persons I imagine who would not have heard the program last week, despite the fact that there are quite a few people came to me and indicated that they enjoyed the program. But I think for the benefit of those who would not have heard it last week, and I mean, this is not assuming that we captured everybody this week neither, but just so that there are persons who would not have heard it before, then, they can connect with the thought processes, what how we're thinking and what we're trying to the message we're sending. So we it's about, how do we guide the young persons towards that objective? As you rightly said, you can go and offer to sell insurance. You can go and offer outside of a controlled environment, that is, because, children are minors, so they're not even permitted by law to do business per se. But if we could, like the savings union, that was an idea that was prevalent in our days at school. That can be done as we would have identified last week, maybe modeled so that you have the financial institutions going to the school now, and maybe it could be the banks or credit unions, right? And they actually having little sessions that help children to understand money and how money works.
Right. Are you there? Second, please, Andre? Yeah, you just seem to have your volume seems to
this is what I feared using the phone, that it will be ringing consistently.
Oh, that's what you feared.
Let me see if I can put it on. Hold a sec, please.
Yeah, he's asking me to hold it. That's one of the things that sometimes you don't like to hold.
Yes.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, so I was thinking, so the financial institutions could engage the youngsters, right? And probably even at kindergarten age, with age-appropriate information so that they would understand, and it could even be in form of games and so. Maybe one Friday a month, one Friday every quarter, however often they may choose to do it. But the children can get to connect with information in a way that, in an exciting kind of way. So it becomes something that they look forward to, but they'll be learning the principles of money management. They'll be learning the principles of insurance. They'll be learning the principles of savings. That sort of thing. Like I did remember that we identified the game Monopoly as one way, your children having fun. They're playing games. They're glad to run home and say, "Mommy, I bought 4 hotels today in my Monopoly game."
Yeah.
But they're actually learning the principles of money, the fact that you can expand depending on where you are. You can invest. Some areas are better for real estate than others. Excuse me. Even those things, again, I say age-appropriate information. And if we start engaging our youngsters again that way, then I believe, sometimes you always say, "Oh, young people this and young people that and young people the other." But we need to create the avenues that would help them to get information / guidance in a way that we think that they can be productive. Their productivity as citizens will be enhanced, and we can be satisfied with what they turn out to be.
Well, I most definitely do agree with you, but as we say, are we to believe, Robert, that we're speaking in a sort of a vacuum, that we'll say these things and then nothing will come of it? Is there something that can be done to ensure that this sort of if I use the word kicks off again, how can we do this? Can the insurance companies do a paper and send it to the ministry and say, hey, we would like to at least go into the schools and speak to children in secondary schools about insurance and what it means and what they should be looking forward to. Are we going that way, or are we just here talking? If we just here talking, I'll leave you to talk and go outside. When you're finished, you call me.
No. I mean, we must engage, and so we must start the conversation. And interestingly, some very big ideas come from two fellas, two people just having conversations like we're doing now. Now, beyond that, what we can do is start to, concretize the ideas, jot down things. And I will say this to you. The importance of using your medium is that the ideas now will not just be concentrated between us. So is what Andrea and Robert thinks. But we have an opportunity to get ideas from the public, your listening public, who themselves could be excited about this and will say, boy, I think you can this, and I think you can that. What we need to do is to start to document the ideas. Because personally, I believe that the long-term results should be that there is now a deliberate effort to try to, or by the ministry, as you mentioned, ministry, to mandate that. So every secondary school, every primary school will have a slot at a fixed time where they would invite persons to come and do X, Y, or Z. Right? Or they could be doing things in-house and invite the persons from the outside with their respective areas of expertise to come and share, to come and assist, and it could develop into an ongoing something. I am not saying that this should happen next week Friday, next week Monday. I mean, the government would have their own priorities, I believe, and the ministry would know what they want to do, what they're mandating in terms of education-wise. But I believe somehow, if we continue with this and it's successful enough, they could see the value in actually now making that a deliberate kind of input. This is what we want our youngsters to know by age 5. This is what we want our young people to know by age 10. And this is how we're going to facilitate it. And remember, we're speaking now understanding finance, money, insurance, that sort of thing. Because too much of our people, they go to school, they come out with 15, 16, now we're here in 20-something subjects. Brilliant. I'm not knocking that at all. If one has the capacity, so be it. But I believe at the same time that these people, when they get a job, they must have a fair amount of knowledge of how to manage their money. How do they navigate their way in this financial landscape as of their first paycheck? And somehow I think that is sometimes where we fall down. So they have all these subjects and they do get a job. And they probably even may start at a level higher than you and I started when we left school. But they don't make very good financial decisions because they don't know. So it's a process of, well, they learn to walk by falling and getting up and falling and getting up. And sometimes by the time they get up, yes, they learn to walk, but they could have been much further if they had learned early to avoid those pitfalls.
So, again, Robert, I'm gonna dig. I want us to give, because you see, there are people listening, and there are those who listen, and there are those who are going to listen to those who listened. We need to do something. we need to tell people, okay, fine. We have spoken, and this is where again, you said to us last time that your insurance association, that is not working. That's correct, right?
Well, that is correct.
Right. And if that was working, then we could have done a paper, submitted it to the insurance companies and say, hey, how about this? How about, approaching government? Because now if you're going to approach government, it's going to be Robert of Sachiko and that's going to be it. And that is not how we want it done.
And I agree. But the association is not functioning. And you know, I can't stand by the side of the road and say, boy, you know, if only buses are going to town, you know, they're going to town. But buses aren't going town. So if I really need to go to St. George's, then I have to decide, well, okay, let me borrow Andre's vehicle, or let me rent another vehicle, because bus is not going to town. But my objective is to get to town.
So how we getting
so I'm
to
saying
town?
this to
How
say
we
that
getting to town
the
on this one?
association now working, but already we have a core. We have Stan. Ryan is off island, so he might be able to help with ideas, but not necessarily boots on the ground. But we have Stan, if he's sufficiently interested, and I think he should be, because he's part of our team. We have yourself. We could probably co-op somebody, one or two other persons from the public who listens to the program and who have the same enthusiastic kind of approach to this. And we could start brainstorming, how do we do this? What do we do? What do we try to act? Well, we know what the objective is, but how do we get to the parties that can help to make change? Or should we just get the blessings to engage the schools in the initial phase? Do we have a phase 1, a phase 2, a phase 3? I mean, we can't iron out all those things by having just these conversations on air. But certainly, if we follow up with our team, and we may not even have all the ideas from ground zero, you know. But as we go along, as we brainstorm, we can come up and crystallize, and you know, the thing becomes clearer. That's what I believe.
Well, if thou so believe, then thou must act.
What? Is that a wax philosophical, I mean?
Then thou must act. No, serious. I'm really, there are things that I get very passionate about, and that is one of them. You know, understanding that, hey, we cannot continue to destroy the world for the children. We have to show them how to build the world. And
that's true.
Building the world means that, one, you're educated. You don't have a million subjects, but it means that you have to be educated. And two, you have monies. Because if you don't have monies, you that's it. You know, most of the time that's it. You know, nothing happens for you. So we have to build the world for the children. And even if we just use the rural areas as a pilot project, you know, we say, okay, fine, we're going to use St. Patrick, St. Mark, St. Andrew as pilot project for this, and then let it grow into the other parishes. So we probably can do something, say, okay, fine. So we have Robert who can speak insurance, Stan who can speak sense and speak insurance. You see, I give him a big prop. I say you can speak sense, so you're not here to hear that, eh? And then you can say I'm not on his side. In an event,
somebody will tell him.
I hope somebody tells him. Right, but you know, you have you too. I can deal with the whole publicity of the whole thing, you know, trying to get the word out to different people. I don't necessarily have a bank manager per se who is a friend and who I don't have any bank managers I that's on my my calling list. But I can get my good friend Devon Charles, who is the manager of the Grenville Credit Union. I can get him to buy into this and probably send someone who he believes is qualified, so that we can all, as you say, sit and brainstorm how this is done, and tying the insurance with savings. Because isn't it true, Robert, that you can save with the insurance also? Yeah,
you can.
Right,
you can. I mean, you see, the whole concept of insurance provides savings, right? In the event that one dies, there's a death benefit. That in itself is securing, because insurance is about security. Savings is having money is security too, financial security. So insurance ties in there, as well as the credit union and the banks, and so they're all part of the same financial services sector. While they may focus on different aspects of it, or in some way similar different aspects, but they're all part of the financial services sector.
Well, Johnny, my good friend Johnny Charles, Johnny is like my ex officio producer. He's always there to give me information as we go along. Thanks, Johnny. And he said, please remember that some of the financial institutions only accept a certain amount of funds to maintain an account. And that's the new way they've gone into. The days of the penny bank over. You know, you can.
And that is true. But you see, other discussions like these, we might be able to help to change the system or not. Even if we do not, we can't practically get children to save, right? Because sometimes the logistics, I mean, as we explore it, you might find that the logistics may be beyond our capacity or even beyond that of the financial institutions themselves in terms of rolling it out. But if the children could still understand the principles, so you know, I may not learn to drive a car now, but I've learned something about the vehicle. I might know what the wheels are for. I might know why it's important to have a side view mirror. You know, why it's important to have a rear view mirror. But later on, when I get old enough and there's the opportunity to learn to drive, those things that I learned about the characteristics of the car and the importance of those parts that I just mentioned, they might serve me well in terms of my getting to drive. So, you know, it's a question of the how may not be very clear at this time, but if we pursue it, we could eventually, you know, narrow down to how we get it done. And again, Andre, this could be a huge undertaking. We could probably decide we're just starting with a pilot project, one school.
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, you know, and then we could duplicate and replicate it, and we could make changes depending on how it progresses. But we could just start with one school. We don't have to build a room. You know, we could just build a city in a room. And other persons may decide, okay, no, the city looks good, so let me duplicate and replicate it.
Education, that should start in the primary schools. As you can see from the current CXC results this year, we have an uphill struggle. Well, we don't necessarily we're not really dealing with the CXC results, but I can understand what the person is saying, that this should start at the primary schools. But what we can start at the primary schools, the whole aspect of teaching the children how to save. I dare say the whole aspect of insurance may not necessarily, unless we find a way to coin the language so that folks at the primary schools will understand. But that would be a serious undertaking in relation to the primary schools. You're talking about...
No, man, there are simple ways. There are simple ways to communicate.
Okay.
And that's why I said the whatever you're doing must be age appropriate. So you certainly can go and throw down a set of highfalutin jargon on children 8 years, 10 years, that sort of thing. But you can create scenarios. You can break down your language in a way that is easy for them to understand what you're doing and what you're saying. You could do role plays. You could do games around the topic, around the idea. You know. A simple thing as helping children to count, Andrew, you could make it a game, you know. You're at the back of the class, and I'm just thinking as I go along here. I don't even know that I knew that before, but I'm thinking you could have somebody up at the top of the class, and children are trying to get to them, and every time that, you know, they get to that particular position, they could get at $10 or $20. They go and start in the back of the class again, but you might have little impediments along the way. So if they get caught with impediments and they lose money, or, you know, all of these could be interesting ways to make learning fun. But the message is getting home.
Well, I understand. I really and truly do understand, but I know it's going to be, that is going to be a task.
I know. And that's why I suggested that we could probably even just start with a pilot project. Right? We could contact the principal of a particular school, let them know what we have. We could probably contact again, I'm thinking as I go along, we could contact the ministry, let them know this is the idea we have, and we have the blessings of the principal, of course. And we want the blessings of the ministry now as well. We could start with something that way once a quarter, you know, you go and have that specific thing. You could share the how with the principal, so he's comfortable with how you plan to do it, you know, and we see where it goes, right? But the key is, I mean, we could start with a batch of students and interchange a batch ever so often, because you want the knowledge to be at broad base in terms of the amount of people that connect to the information. I'm just thinking as I go along.
Well, it's good to have you in that way at least. one knows that you're capable of great thoughts.
Boy, Andrew, put it this way. You know what this program was intended to do? To create information, to share information. And it just dawned on me, even as of our conversation last week, that we might be sharing the information, yes, and we're connecting with the adults, but it'd be a good thing to start to connect with the youngsters, because a lot of things can change in terms of people's behavioral patterns if they have information at an earlier age that could help them to make better decisions. And that's where the idea came from. And of course, I know you endorse it. I know we connect on this. And I'm thinking that all we have to do now is to find a way where, given all our different schedules, because all of us busy. None of us sit down by the side of the road and have nothing to do. But if we are sufficiently passionate about this, we just take it in bite sizes, because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves neither.
Let's take a bite-sized caller. Good morning.
Huh?
Let's take a bite-sized.
Good morning, Brother Andre.
Good morning.
And my brother on your side.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to do in school? When I was in school, we had a credit union. Credit union that the children could save something.
Mm-hmm.
And especially now, they have big money sharing in school now.
They have big money sharing in school?
Children going to school with all $20, $30. When we have a little dollar, we go to school with it. We save we put a cent in it in the savings. Yes, you find that good?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We spoke of it already, but it's good that you can see and understand the value. We just want a lot more people to understand the value of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
All right, take care.
God bless you all.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have...
Was that friend Miss Jacob there? I thought I recognized your voice.
Yes, that was Miss Jacob. So here we have an elderly citizen understanding and buying into the whole concept again and remembering her days when there was credit union and so in schools.
Yes, so in some ways, it's not like reinventing the wheel.
No,
because some of those wheels have been manufactured / created before. But they have stopped use, some of them. So it's probably just making adjustments and fixing up some of them, or putting bearing and oiling, and them wheels might be able to run again.
Yeah, it's not as they would say, we are not reinventing the wheel. It's already there. The concept is already there.
Yes, it's just a question of adding some new ideas to it and seeing how it could improve on what was there, or finding ways to get the message out and to get the practical results.
I have another caller.
It is out of a concern for our people.
Another caller online. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning,
Mr. I will always call to say good morning.
Nice.
And good morning to everybody. What your topic is this morning?
No, I'm talking insurance with Robert White this morning.
Oh, Robert, good morning. And how is
Morning, Tommy.
How is Winston doing?
He right here and he listening to you.
Right. Winston, good morning, you sweetheart. I don't know when I see you. And you're sending all my love. And Andrea, love for you. Yes.
God bless.
Andre?
Yes, darling.
Have a blessed day.
You too, my love.
Tomorrow, please, Lord, I go try and call him because I have something on my mind I have to say to the Grenadian people.
All right,
but
do that.
I forgot today's
insurance.
Robert Day.
Yes, today's
Robert Day.
Thank
you for allowing me to say good morning to Yolan and everybody.
All right.
Have a blessed day, darling.
You too, Camille.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. 11 minutes now onto the 9 o'clock hour. Well, I tell you what, Robert, we make people's days in different ways.
Oh yeah, in different ways.
And I'm sure that
it's amazing. It's amazing. When Kami called and W was able to just say hello to her almost not from the background.
Uh-huh.
I was saying, boy, there's no station like Real FM.
And the thing, and I know he must be a happy and contented creature for the day. Make his day. It's like it's like if Winston went to town and come back this morning. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, but we have to seriously, Robert. We have to start somewhere. Seriously, start somewhere. And to let people know that, hey, this thing has to happen. This thing needs to happen. Our children cannot be growing up thinking that the only thing that they should be concentrating on is who gets the latest and newest device. You know, who can send a message across the world faster. In order to get that device, you must have money. And in order to ensure, to do anything, to do the insurance, you must have money. You understand? To buy the device, you have to have money. In order for you to maintain that device, because you may buy the device today and that device falls. But if you had the money and you would have insured that device as you bought it before you used it and it fell, you can go to the insurance company and say, well, it fell and it's broken and here it is. And you can have a replacement based on the circumstances. So it is very important that you understand the computer. You can have your computer and something goes wrong and you don't necessarily have the cash to buy a new computer immediately. But if it was insured, it will be a horse of a different color. Mike, am I on the right track here, Bob?
Of course you are. Right? But it's helping people to understand that these services are available and these are ways of ensuring that you protect your assets. Right? And in protecting your assets, you are actually protecting your monies. Because put it this way, if the computer goes, it fails and is dead.
Well, you just went. Yeah, he just went. A call came into him and that put me on hold. Get rid of that call. I'm waiting on you.
Development.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'd gone for a minute there. A call came in and you put me on pause. Yeah.
Okay, I was agreeing with you that is, if people understand the importance of protecting their assets, so like your true insurance, so you insure your computer if it gets damaged or so, then you could get a replacement. It saves you the expense of having to pay for a new one yourself, or the company may cover it in full or in portion. But whatever assistance you get from the company, that is money that you would not have to now spend towards the replacement of the computer.
Yeah.
So you could do something else with respect to your own development with that cash.
It happens.
But it's helping people to understand all those principles.
Mm-hmm. Because
to me, life is about principles. There's moral principles, financial principles, there's principles about how you maintain good health. It's about knowing the principles so that you could apply them towards your life.
It's about it. I remember, Robbie, probably about 8 years ago, Real FM had purchased a computer, and then something went wrong on the computer, and all the ink showed up on the screen. On the screen. And I'll never forget. There's a young lady working with Coach. She's not in Grenada anymore. Her name is Tara Lewis, I think, from St. Andrew. And I used to be going every time I went in there, I would deal with Tara, and she says, she said to me that day, you see that computer you're buying? Take out a year's insurance on that computer. I'm like, oh God, I more money you want for your company. She says, no, Andre, please, just take it out now. So I did. And Robert, in 6 months, that incident happened. While it took me a while to get it back, but at the end of the day, the company replaced the computer because I had taken out that insurance policy with the company for the computer. And so these are things that children can learn. You know, you go to buy a phone. You may see the prettiest phone at one place, but that place may not offer you insurance. But you may go to another company that is willing to offer you insurance for the second prettiest phone. We need to educate the child to be so smart to understand, okay, fine, let me settle for the second pretty's phone because I can spend 5 cents a day and insure my phone and then getting the prettiest one, I cannot insure it at all.
So true. So true. Understanding again the principles of how you deal with those things. And once you have the principles, you connect with it, then you can make better choices applying those principles.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. The time has now moved on to 6 minutes now before the top 9 o'clock. Remember, I did promise you, friends, that I'll be having Mr. Khalid, who is the project engineer for that Greater St. Patrick's Road project. That project spans from Pointsfield in the east, passing through the Hermitage, Montreach, Snell Hall, onto Chapel Gap in the west. And the project it has started already. And there have been some glitches, and I was able to do so and reach Mr. Khalid, who is the project engineer. And I should be speaking to him this morning, round about the 9:30 hour. So, Robert, you probably can listen to that too. You'll get some information for you. But final words from you this morning, Bobby?
Yes, I really want to applaud you on your consistent efforts, by holding out your medium, offering your medium for conversations like these. And I'm happy to see that it is developing into something. The idea is developing into something that can really redound to the benefit of our young people, and ultimately those will be our senior citizens in 20, 30, 40 years. So whatever we can do now to help with the development, I am extremely happy to be part of it, and I just like us to make this journey, man.
Well, we've started. The longest journey begins with just one single step, and I think that we've started. And the mere fact that we have the blessings of the Capitan, we'll be.
Yeah. And he's listening, so
of course, that was said to bring a smile to his face, and I know he would have done that. The mere fact that we have that blessing, I think we're good. So, Bobby, until next Tuesday morning, God bless you. Take care of yourself, my brother.
Okay, we'll talk during the week.
Yeah, we definitely will talk during the week. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man, good.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away, 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver an
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update from the Northern News Network. Details right after the break.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Welcome back, I am Brandon Wells. The Grenada Tourism Authority has announced that the renovation project for the Grenada Underwater Sculpture Park, located off the west coast of Grenada in the Marine de Beauséjour Marine Protected Area, has been completed.